Hey guys, today I am showing off a brand new amazing Deathrun map, guys. This map is spectacular. I mean, guys, look at this giant skull here. Look at the detail on it. It is amazing. This map is made by Jesgran, and this is his second Deathrun. We played his first Deathrun a while ago. It was really challenged. It was even featured. Maybe this map will get featured too, I don't know. But this is Jesgran's Deathrun 2.0. He's even doing a contest if you want to try and get the fastest run on it and win $700, $200, or $100. Seriously, guys, this is a really difficult but really fun map. I would say one of the hardest things in the map is just knowing where to go. Once you know where to go, then it's just figuring out all the jumps and stuff. It's not easy, but this is kind of a walkthrough on how to do it and kind of the struggles that I went through. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. I showcase new, awesome creative maps every day on the channel. All right, let's jump into this. Okay, the very beginning, you have to get through the nose of the skull. That's the goal. It took me a little bit to figure that out. And it's not necessarily the easiest jump. You've got to get through the nose by doing a double bounce. Now you're gonna fall short a number of times. I did. But once you get the double bounce down, make sure you're on the edge of the jump pad and then get through the nose. Now you're onto the sliding portion of this level. Now it's not easy, so this whole Deathrun is hard, just as a heads up. If you don't have the stomach for it, don't do it! Now with any sliding level, I always like to say, don't press forward as you're going down, just use your right and left keys to adjust where you're going. But on this level, you're gonna kind of have to do a little bit of both. So at the beginning, just use your right and left keys and point. Just try and stay as in the middle of the gray stones as possible. But at this point, start pressing forward because you need more speed to make this jump right there. That jump's hard. And then this jump as well. You're gonna have to be pressing forward to make those jumps. This is a pretty simple parkour level. There are, the only advice I have for you is right here. You gotta jump. Now let me take you through it. So now if you ever get lost on this map, there are little white torches throughout that will help guide you. So like you can see here, I'm following the torch pathway. Now some of these jumps are kind of challenging if you're not great at parkour. Like that one is just a quick jump off of that rock sticking up. Now here is, I got lost a couple of times. You have to jump off all 4 of these little claw rocks to get to the train tracks up to the left here. Now this jump you have to do a little bit more of a run, jump off of that, and then this is just a quick hop off of that rock sticking up to finish this level. All right guys, on this level I think is where your rage will be tested. It gets a lot more difficult at this point going throughout the whole map. This level isn't as hard as some of the next levels, but it is still quite a bit of a challenge. Honestly, one of the things I find the hardest about this map is just knowing where to go. I would spend so much time just learning where the next jump was. Like here, I'm a little bit confused on where the heck am I supposed to go, right? And so I finally figured it out, make this jump here, and then I'm like, where do I go next? Oh, over there, right? And so it just becomes more of a search and find than anything else. Now on this specific level, you have to have a boost to get all the way. Now here you see I went too slow and it ran out at the end. Okay, let's run through this whole level. This first jump off the barrel and make sure you land on the left spot of that rock. And then you're coming around this way. This is all pretty simple. On this one, make sure after this rock to hold back because you will fall into that lava if you jump too far. Now just make sure you jump on the edge of this rock and then you're gonna boost up here, holding W down the whole time. And then go off of the roof, jump off onto the roof and then go left, jump! And then jump before your speed runs out right there. It's not easy, it's gonna take you a bunch of times, guys. Now we're on to what I think is the hardest level on the whole map. I spent close to an hour just trying to get these precision jumps down. Now, yes, I'm a total bot when it comes to impulse grenades. I'm getting better because I've had to play so many levels like this. But it is difficult if you're a beginner impulse guy. Now, my tendency was to overshoot my jumps a lot, and then I would overcorrect and undershoot, right? So it's really just finding that right balance. And then, if you jump too high, there's death barriers up above as well. So it really just comes down to precision. So let's run through this level. You go to this first rock, and with these impulse jumps, you're gonna want to throw it down, jump, and then make sure you're pushing forward and then back, right? That's kind of the process. Impulse, jump, forward, back, land on the center of each of these rocks. Now, at this point, I got a little bit lost. I didn't know where to go. I didn't look around enough. We're trying to go up to that bridge up above. But we have to go off of this rock right here. There is some invisible barriers on this rock, so just be careful to make this jump properly. I overshot this once, but this is actually that's actually the easiest jump on this whole level. All right, now we're on the baller level. I think this level's fairly easy just because you can spam your grappler as much as you need. There's no rules against using the grappler or anything like that. You're just finding your way through and grappling as you go, right? Don't be afraid to grapple a bunch. On this part, you're gonna come around and go up backwards. So grapple up, just spam that grappler, guys, just spam it. And then you're gonna reach the end pretty soon. Just use your grappler. I mean, that's really the only advice I can give here. Just grapple, grapple, grapple. Don't be afraid. And then jump out of your baller. And that's the end of that level. It's really not too bad. It's nice to have that after such a hard level with the impulses. Now we're on to what I think is the second most difficult level on the entire map. It's the Flintlock Parkour section. The problem with this is you only have a limited number of bullets to get through the whole map. I started spamming a ton of bullets just to get through the beginning part. So you really have to learn how to conserve your ammo so that you, at this final part of the stage, like I got here with one bullet, you need 2 or 3 to get past this final part of the stage. So let's walk through this. So at the beginning, grab all of your flintlocks, and you're gonna have to use just one here. So it's jumping, and then make sure you're pointing down far enough, but not too far down with all of these first 3 jumps. So it's really about jumping, and then here, make sure you stay lined up with the tracks so that you can land on the right spot. At this point, aim between the second and third tracks on the board, and then you'll get up. Now it's okay, I did waste 1 bullet there. That's all right. There is room to make 1 mistake. Here, do the double shot and hold back. Now here's the key to this one. This is a double shot for me. I think you can do it in 1, but for me, I aim right at that glass one and just go straight back to make it down this little cavern. This is a 1 shot again, so just jump out, turn around, and shoot yourself backwards. Now we're on to the hardest part. I dropped my guns so that I could have them in my first 3 slots to make it around this corner. So here's what you do is you're gonna jump, turn around, and then shoot at the walls until you make it around to the end. That's really it, guys. This is a really hard level.
Thank you!
This level actually gave me quite a bit of rage, not because it's particularly hard, but just because I got a little bit lost on where to go. This is a combination sliding jump at the beginning, and then there are grapplers at the end to get you through to the end of this. Now, I don't know where I'm going. I was just lost, and I didn't know where to go. Even here, you can see I'm just trying to get around, and there's death barriers all along the walls, killing me. I'm so frustrated, as you can tell. Breathe, Mustard! Breathe! Now let me just show you how to get through this. So make sure you get enough run start there, and then it's just quick jumps, holding left, and then pick up the grappler. There's a little bit of room for error there, but not a lot. Now this is what you gotta do, is you gotta jump and then go off of that. Just follow the white lights really. And then stay as much in the center of the cavern as possible. And the one thing I was trying to do was aiming up a little bit higher on the hanging rocks so that I can get enough momentum to get to the next one. You need all 10 of your shots to make it through this. There are 10 grapples to the end. It's not that bad once you know what you're doing. You can do it. Just breathe.
Thank goodness.
This level confused me a lot the first time I played through it. Yes, I said first time I played through it because there's actually supposed to be zombies that spawn in this room, and they didn't work the first time I played through it. So I was really confused because what happens is you go through this cavern here, and there's a slide level to the end. But the problem is there is a slow ticking death barrier throughout that whole cavern where you need all 200 health. You need actually about 180 health to get through it. But I couldn't get the extra health because there was no zombies. So I was just confused, like, where are the zombies? I need the zombies. So I streamed this later and got back to this point to take on the zombies and get the health I need to finish the map because I wanted to finish this map. So one of my tips on this is just to run in circles until you have enough health to get through this part, and then also use your explosives as well. So you see there I used an explosive and blew up a bunch and got 50 health. These pink guys are the worst because you are running really slow, but just keep going in the circle until you have enough health to move on. I think I'm okay right about now, but you know, just keep going. They give you health. See, I got hit there, which stinks, and I was getting really frustrated. But just keep running in the circles until you have enough health to move on. And then it's the slide level, right? The slide is actually pretty difficult, but it's not as hard as even level 1, I would say. Getting so frustrated, getting hit. Just run in circles, pick up the stuff does respawn, so use that C4 to your advantage. Here I am, I'm gonna explode, get a bunch of health, and then move on here. So just jump down. And then make sure you get a jumping start here. Jump on the edge, hold left, jump on the edge. Once again is just, you don't really need to hold forward as much as you do right and left. You can see my health ticking away to the last jump. Woohoo! Yes! We're done.